I've been waiting for this day for a really long time. About a year ago, I did a big purge of all my possessions. I sorted through everything I owned and got rid of about a third of the things that I had. It was a great feeling, and it started me on the track towards becoming more minimalist with my possessions. Over the past number of months now, I've been thinking about the fact that I still actually own a lot more things than I need to be owning. So today I'm taking a big step forward, going through everything I own once again, using some tips from Marie Kondo's book, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. This book is a great place to get started. It overviews a very in-depth process for systematically going through everything you own, but there is a more simple way to go about this. I've created a step-by-step checklist that if you don't want to take the time to read this entire book, you can check it out in the blog post that's linked in the description below. So with all of that in mind, I'm gonna get right into it. This will go in a couple different phases. First, starting with clothes, then moving on to books. After that, going through papers. Fourth is miscellany, basically just like random stuff that you have for whatever reason. And then last is mementos, things that could be emotional or sentimental in value. So here it is, every single article of clothing that I have laid out on my floor in my bed, occupying basically the entire room. Quick check-in, it's probably been an hour, it's probably been more than an hour since I've been doing this. I've sorted through everything and now it's just time to put it back in its place. Marie Kondo outlines some different ways to fold things and organize things. I'm following some of those, but I'll show you what the end result looks like. You've got some of the basics, you know, socks, underwear, and such in the hanging shelf. Sweaters, sweatshirts, shirts, pants, all hung here. Shoes up top on the rack. And then there's some t-shirts here in this drawer. I think that was a great success. Now it's on to stage 2, books. Compared to the dozens of items of clothing I had, there were relatively fewer books to go through, so that went pretty quickly. It was also easier to get through because I had a few simple rules. One, if I've already read the book and I probably won't read it again, it's okay to get rid of it. If I've read it and it belongs in the Book Hall of Fame, then I keep it. If I am going to read it someday, probably means I'm not going to read it. So I was able to cull that down to about 25 books. Category 3 is papers. I've got everything out in front of me now. I've made 4 different piles here, categories. This one is for in use. This one is for things that are needed temporarily. These things are needed permanently. That's for sentimental stuff. And I'm gonna work through it all right here, right now. First things to go are all these old bank statements and work forms and just stuff that you think maybe you'll need someday, but there's really no real reason to need it. That stuff's all online. There's no reason to keep a paper copy of it. All this big pile can go. Just these few things need to stay. The last bucket is miscellany, so miscellaneous stuff. There's also mementos as kind of a separate thing, but those are pretty few and far between for me. I don't have a lot of like sentimental stuff, mostly just like a folder or two of some papers and things that mean something to me. So the last thing I'm gonna get into now is just this miscellaneous stuff, so electronics and whatever else I have around the room.